server. I feel like it could be like maybe a link expired, but who knows? That picture. Uh, like pretend to be smiling on the outside while you're sad and depressed on the inside. I'm not meaning me to laugh, but I don't know. That GIF is pretty funny, especially with the two dots and that nose and the smiley face. But other than that, how you doing today, Rick? Hope you're having a good day. So tonight we are gonna continue some more Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Wait, is it actually doing that again? What the hell? I have it set to 30 FPS. Hey, what up, Liam? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Was it actually doing that? That's weird. Damn it, OBS, why you do this? It's even at fine bitrate now. I don't get why it's doing that. It's weird. Why do I feel like it's just an like OBS Studios thing, and it's not like uh. The gun meme, lol. Last few days for you. Oof. If it happens again, let me know. I don't get why it's acting like this. I mean, my PC's good, so it shouldn't have these issues. I mean, hell with Streamlabs OBS, I was able to run the game at 60 FPS. The unexplained problems of PC gaming, in a nutshell. Joe with the stream, eh? Lol. How you holding up, Liam? This isn't a joke. Stop your OBS recording. Get me KFC. Does it look fine, Liam? I feel like I'm getting trolled. I feel like I'm getting trolled for some reason.
Let's get to the bottom of this mystery. We're in charge of the Elder's Recess.
I don't have anything else running except for OBS, Discord, but Steam. So I don't know what else could be causing this. I have File Explorer open, but I don't think that's it, but there we go. Give me a few minutes, I'll tell you if you get lag or something. Alright. Going around circles. I haven't seen my bitrate act up yet, so... might as well do this while I'm at it. There we go. So is my new probably gonna happen FNF that will come soon called Friday Night Funkin' versus Rick. Nick will be trolled by OBS and then everything gets nuked because why not? That would be a funny FNF mod. That doesn't mean make you dizzy. Lol. I mean, if you wanted to get dizzy, should have seen Fall Guys earlier. It's having fun. I was playing some Fall Guys with a friend of mine off stream. Oh, did I read it wrong? Alright, so in my new probably not gonna happen FNF that will come soon called Friday Night Funkin' versus Rick. Nick will be trolled by OBS and then everything gets nuked because why not? I was saying I was playing some Fall Guys with a friend earlier, off stream. Because we were playing Kiwi, which is a pretty fun little co-op game. I was going around spinning in circles because for some reason other people were before going into the goal. I don't know why they were doing that, but yeah, it was fun. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Yeah, Fall Guys. You got it because it was free, right? Because I remember it being free for PlayStation that 1 month, which was a nice deal too. Even though I do own the game on PC, the game just doesn't have like the proper crossplay yet. But some of my friends, we do this trick where you're able to join with people on PC, but it has to be like on the right server at the right time. It's interesting. It's like, why can't you develop actual co-op? Like actual like crossplay for the game? Instead of being like in custom shows. You're making a Fall Guys mod and nobody can stop you. Ooh, what Fall Guys mod are you gonna make? Are you gonna make a skin mod? I didn't think you could actually mod Fall Guys. Because if it were an online game, they would probably just ban somebody for trying to mod it. See, the cat's cooking. Mm-hmm. We'll do that in just a moment. What skills do we have in, the unpredictable, um, thing? Oh yeah, Liam, another cool thing about, Monster Hunter World, if you play it on PS5, the game runs at 60 FPS, where on, like, PS4, it'd run at a capped 30 FPS. So that's pretty cool. Capcom definitely future-proofed this game. Also, Pingus! Lol. Because every single thing in Monster Hunter will be replaced with Fall Guys beans. It sounds like that mod Justin used. And, Left 4 Dead. Where, like, all the zombies were replaced with the Fall Guys beans. It sounds pretty fun. I guess it replaces the horror elements. So that'd be funny. As well, peoples. If you have a PS4 or you have a PC, Monster Hunter World and Iceborne are both on sale currently. So I'd highly recommend the game. And if you're, of course, somebody that's new to Monster Hunter, of course, I can always highly recommend it. That's if you don't have a Switch. I mean, the only games Monster Hunter for Switch are just, Generations Ultimate. Then, of course, you got Rise, which is kind of like this, but it's a portable game. It's more beginner friendly compared to World, but the combat's really good. I like the combat in that game way more compared to Worlds. Oh hey, controller, disconnect. My favorite thing. Hell yeah, indeed. Instead of Rathalos, you'll be fight a giant frog. Eh, what up, Gizmo? Not leg, no legs here. Okay, good. So that's good because I was worried for a second. I thought legit it was lagging. Even though I have the game, I have OBS set to 30 FPS. It's weird. Oh, you're playing the RPG where you have to grind all the time? Pretty much. What generation's Ultimate? Sonic Generations on PC. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Sonic Generations, and there's Monster Generations Ultimate. Ironically, both those games are anniversary games. Isn't that the a coincidence? Well, I actually have Generations on Sonic Generations on PC. I messed around with it a bit because I had the Klonoa mod. Of course, I'm a big fan of Klonoa, so easy buy for me. Capcom always somehow makes food look delicious in this game. Capcom, how you do it? I wish I had that food. And pretty much Gizmo. That's basically the best way to describe Monster Hunter in a nutshell. Uh, it's Gizmo. Gizmo. Then he dab. But Sonic Generations is better because it has Rooftop Run, and Rooftop Run is the greatest Sonic stage. Does it? I never really got far in it. Because I think I defeated the first boss, then it made me do those ring challenges, and I just kind of got bored of it. But I'll have to try to give it another go at some point. But I mean, it still seems to be a good game. Even though I do prefer Unleashed, the superior boost game. That's something I still don't get. Why won't load the textures? It's like I'm looking at something from Gary's mod. If I don't have CS Counter-Strike Source installed. But at least I have a little Devil Joe. Get the little pet of little Devil Joe. Cause he's cute. As well, how was your guys' Thanksgiving? If you celebrate Thanksgiving. Had any good food? Did anything cool with the family? Making amends went better than expected. Oh, that's right, you made up with that guy. That's good you guys made amends. Nick, what? Oh, did I say Unleash is superior? I mean, it's like the last Sonic game I've ever played before I just stopped playing Sonic. Well, it was the Wii version, actually. I do prefer the, like, Xbox 360 and PS3 version. Just because, like, graphically it looks better. And I definitely like the stages a bit more compared to what it was like on the Wii version. But yeah, I didn't play a Sonic game until, well, I should say like a newer one, like Until Forces, and I regret that. It's not a bad game, but it's not a good one either. My best way to describe Sonic Forces was just mediocre. My mod was here, he'd destroy me. It'd be fun. Uh, Thanksgiving was trash. Nothing happened that mattered. Also, yesterday, Kiwi streamed Quiplash. Don't want to talk about it. Did you guys have like a wild edition of Quiplash? Whenever you guys do Quiplash, it always sounds like things go wild, and I always miss out on the good stuff. Cause I'm always trying to be like, get a good sleep schedule going, otherwise I fuck it up somehow. What microphone do you use for streaming? I use, let me check just in case. I use a Hyper XCloud. I used to have a Razer headset known as the Man of War. I miss that headphone so much. I wish they still made them, but no, they discontinued those because it's much better headset. The fact like you can mess around with the settings of the volume from the headset itself. You could also just mute it with one tap on the slider, and of course unmute it. So you didn't have to like put your I don't have to put my mic up and then bring it down so it can be muted. Want to taste bad? Want to taste my meds, Nick? It's awful. I'm good. Uh, I can feel your pain on like some meds. If it's like liquid, I can definitely understand why it would probably have like a bad taste. Ugh. You shouldn't quit Lash before? I got trolls. Yeah, pretty much with Jackbox. You always can get a bunch of trolls no matter what. So you stop streaming it? Ah, understandable. I know a guy, he pretty much just would just not have a category at all whenever he played Quiplash, just avoid the trolls. So there's that. Was fine. You did horribly to the point where you felt like your brain was slowly burning, but we played some cool games and you got roasted. Oh, I think Gizmo told me that. I was trying to think, what was the category? It was like hard to handle. I think he was trying to draw somebody else, but then it said drew you. Or wait, am I getting this mixed up? Because I think he said he couldn't draw you, but then he draw somebody else. Sonic Forces in a nutshell, proceed to hold X, pretty much. I mean, the only aspect I pretty much enjoyed that game was just the OC. It was the other way around. Oh, right, you drew, Kiwi's friend. Yeah. Oh, Gizmo, I tried to see if I could create an invite for Rick so I can invite him to Kiwi's Discord. I guess people like me don't have the access to send in invites. Good one, Cumberdanes. Lol. uh, Cause I'm thinking it has to be like the link expired or something. Unless he tried like a more recent thing. Star Trek. Oh, that's from Star Trek? I only know of Spock. That's like the only little bits of Star Trek I know. But how you doing tonight, Cumberdanes? Hope you're having a good evening. That was a good joke, by the way. Yeah. Let's see. Max potion, ancient potion. Okay, we should be good. We got a few tranquil bombs left. You're good? It's good to hear. Just chill with some beers. Oh, nice. That's good. What kind of beers you got? Oh, we're in the Elder's Recess. I thought for some reason we're heading to the other location. Ah. Let's
Let's look
see.
for evidence of any major shifts. Take a step back, and it's possible that lots of little changes all trace back to the same cause.
Ooh, I wonder what that causes. For its Ruder Nergigante.
Monster tracks! We don't have a record of anything like these.
It's actually good to find folks that get Celebrity Jeopardy references. UK folks usually don't. Is Jeopardy not that popular over there? I bought ale tonight. It's good. Oh, that's good. Sounds like a quality brew to have. Leash in a nutshell. Gotta go fast. Ow! Where'd that come from? How was I supposed to see Leash in a nutshell? Gotta go fast. Ow! Where'd that come from? How was I supposed to see that spike? Oh, like, oh, cool. I get to beat up stuff as aware I've been in this Eevee for 30 days.
They feel different. Almost scary. Little ripples can sometimes come together to form a giant wave. That's what all this feels like.
Saturday Night Live is hardly known at all. You'll love the Celebrity Jeopardy sketch. Sheen Connery is gold. Oh, I'll have to look at this later. See, at first, like, it was a legit, Jeopardy thing. I didn't know, like, it was a Saturday Night Live thing. Hmm. Make you reading these on purpose. Totally. Rick is totally onto my scheme, my tricks. He's just, too good. Hmm. It's sketch? Ah, okay. Any other good sketches from Saturday Night Live? You gotta watch at some point, because I've actually never seen like Saturday Night Live. I feel like that would be such an uncultured thing. Gotta get going. I see everyone. Alright, Gizmo, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good rest of your night, and I'll catch you later. Oh wait, it's probably um still daytime for you, I assume. But hope you have a good rest of your day, Gizmo, and I'll catch you later. It's mostly your mom jokes at Alex Trebek's expense. Trebek is. Oh, it's Will Ferrell. Oh, okay. Will Ferrell, good comedian. I think I've seen like one movie he's in. elf. Man who just pours sugar on
What?
his spaghetti.
Thorns!
Well, hey, what's up,
Guess I
Mac and
shouldn't be
Screams?
surprised.
How's it going? Hope you're doing well.
Yo. Check it out. Nergigante thorns. What do you have in your sights this time, huh? Business is about to pick up. There's something odd about this one.
Tempered or a subspecies?
Can't investigate with Egghead wrecking the place. Have fun. I'll leave this one to you. We'll rendezvous later.
Egghead, I thought he was known as a bomber. That's the first I've heard him called Egghead. Oh, it's a subspecies? Okay. Catch a chat and just thick. Or is he known in Rise, the Party Crasher? Which honestly is a perfect name. Let's see, do I have poo? Do I have poo? Do I have poo? Be gone, pal beast. Alright, let me catch my chat. Sonic Colors in a nutshell. Woohoo! Fast! These whips are so cool. And it's another 2D section. Well, back to 3D. Let's go! Wait, level's done already? Basically. I swear, some levels and colors felt very short. Like, they felt like they could have just been part of a level just for extra length. You love Chris, Valley's Mad Foley impression? Oh, Spiky Boy. Yeah, I feel like that has to be a Ruiner Nergigante. He plays a motivational speaker who has a shit life living in a van down by the river. Oof. Sonic Lost World. In a nutshell, I have a run button. Where am I going? What is even happening in the story? How do you even use these wisps? Wisps? Wait, there's whips in Lost World? I didn't think that game even had the wisps. I know they're for like Team Sonic Racing, which I only rented. I don't actually own that game. Why are they here? I can do this ability? What is happening? Is Lost World any good? Or is it like another one of those Sonic games are bad? Just kind of curious because I never played that one. As the colors, wisps showed up in every single song. Really? Huh. Oh, and there were some forces as well. Huh, that's weird. You think they would just only be there for like the gimmick of that one game? Where's that monster at? Oh, it is a subspecies. There you are. Wonder what's different about this one. Lost World's not horrible, it just kind of sucks. I will say, the fact you have a Sonic game where Sonic only runs if you press a button, that's kind of weird, though. I might have to try it at some point. Just see what it's like. Well, I see a bit of color difference with the explosives. Oh, gotta roll in order to get rid of the fire. Alright, what would be your least favorite Sonic game? I'm always curious with this stuff when it comes like from the Sonic fandom. Let's see. There we go. Sonic Colors Ultimate in a nutshell. Well, I suffer from epilepsy, but this is a game in 2021, so there shouldn't be no seizure scene. And if there were, they would tell me, right? Seizure glitch happens. Patch note. Yeah, so I've heard. Where's the music? Why is the sound coming out of one headphone? What is this? What is this blue? Can I switch to the original music? Why are these graphical issues? Well, you would think a game like that wouldn't have like the seizure issue. I mean, then again, you have bland Wonder Bread. Like 2 games this year, you have like seizure causing issues. Oh! Oh hey, it's someone's favorite monster. Alright, where's he at? Oh, there he is. I can definitely tell a bit of a difference between the regular Bazel, then you have like this one. It has a little different like color. Sonic Boom in a nutshell. Cries in a corner. Pretty much. At the point where people just hate it, then they just stop making the Boom games and just cancel the cartoon. I do hope the new Sonic game is good though. Sonic Rangers or Frontier or something like that. In fact, it's gonna be an open world as well. It's interesting. Makes you wonder though, what style of gameplay will they go with? Will they go with the boost formula? Will they go with like the formula for the adventure games? Oh, that's right, that gets his last one. Blame Wonder Bread in a nutshell. Proceeds to call the military, Air Force, and FBI. Lol. Man, I was excited for that game. Then I played a demo. The game turned out to be crap. Me and a friend theorized with that game. It was originally probably supposed to be a mobile game, since Square has been crazy about showing off mobile games at conferences recently. So I wouldn't be surprised if it actually was originally going to be a mobile game. I mean, kind of played like one. It's very slow. Graphically, it looked like a mobile game. Sonic Labyrinth in a nutshell. Proceed to jump off a bridge. What's Sonic Labyrinth? I don't think I've heard of that one. Unless it's one of the handheld games. Let's see. I'm tired of this egghead. Egghead is being a pain. Cut down the size. Max potion. Very bad sad classic Sonic game where you're disabled from going fast. Also, the game has usually sounds like one to avoid. I did the roar before I could do the attack. Oh well. Don't know why my character could have just simply just jumped down. Why do I have to press B in order to go down? Where's cool drink? Because I'm gonna need that to get through here. I imagine it might be bad if because it's maybe it was rushed. It always seems like to be the case nowadays. Oh wait, it's Brachy. Run! I said run! Ah, controller disconnect. Gosh dang it, what's with this controller? Oh, there we are. Ah, there he is. There's the party crasher. Wait, where'd it go now? Ah, it's going to area I don't have a camp in. If I had a camp nearby, I could fast travel to the monster. Though if we had the Palamute, it wouldn't be as long to travel around. Let's see. I was originally wanting to maybe do the Sonic event they're doing for Rise today. When I watched the trailer for it looked very cursed. But, I still want to just rather save it when Monster Hunter Rise comes to PC. Since those quests will be available day one. 60 FPS, 4K. Ah, it's excellent. Plus, I imagine the quest is where you're gonna have to collect rings. Because they did something like that for the Okami one. That was similar. There's 106%. For this? Monster Hunter doesn't really have, like, stuff like that in platformers. I mean, there's achievements, if you want to really go for it, but they're usually optional. I think what people mostly just do is grind until they got all the, like, armor sets and weapons. I think that's what it comes to, like, going for if you want to go 100% or something like that for this game. But usually stuff like that's optional. It's not, like, forced. Besides, there's nothing, like, true endings or stuff like that for this. Ah, you're talking about Crash Bandicoot for a nutshell. Lol. Oof. Yeah. They should have kept it to like, at least gold, not silver. Not silver, platinum. Yeah, words for the relics. Where the hell are you at? Where's this Bazel at? I'm gonna hunt it because I might as well get out of the way since I don't want to do the quest again. I mean, it's an investigation, but I see the monster, I'm gonna hunt it. This Bazel's annoying. I went down, I went up, I went down, I went up. It runs away like a little fucking bitch. Okay, there you are. You ain't run away, or, well, flying away, I should say. Yeah, come here. Come here, come here. Come here, we're gonna fight. You and me. Oh, I should have this one. Oh, I thought I got the tail for a sec. Damn it. Let's see. Oh, damn it. Go. Okay, keep rolling so we can get rid of the fire, damn it! There we go. You have to get platinum relics? Why? There's dev times? These flashback tapes are really hard. No crash deaths? So you're suffering for all of this to get 100%, and all you get is half accepting it doesn't cheese anything? Lol. I mean, some of the flashback tapes aren't that hard. I'd say it's more the Coco ones that are hard, if anything. Especially like the last few Coco ones. I mean, if you want a true, like, nightmare way to 100% a game, I point to you Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. That game is painful. Fun, but painful. Basically original, the OG Dark Souls. It's basically the OG Dark Souls. imagine, Capcom made Dark Souls before From Software did. That's an accomplishment right there. Or Konami, because they have the Castlevania. But at least you can beat Castlevania. I mean, it's hard, but it's beatable. One 100% one game, and the game is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Oh, that's right. Didn't you have to do like challenges for the post game? You looking forward to the sequel to that game? I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's like the one Mario game that I'm interested in. That comes from a guy that's not really like the biggest Mario guy. As far as like majority of the Mario games. Except for the old Paper Mario games. And the old Mario Party games. Those are like the only ones that I actually care about. It's very fun. Even though it was like basically like XCOM is. I especially love the fact they had a Donkey Kong DLC, as someone who's a big fan of the Donkey Kong franchise. I wonder what they'll do for like DLC for the second one. Give us Rayman, you cowards! If Ubisoft even remembers they actually have, which I doubt. I always imagine Mill would probably like someone, if you showed her a picture of the rabbits, she'd just like rip it apart and just tear it into the trash can. I know she hates the rabbits. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of them either. But I felt like they're much better than like Mario plus rabbits. They were toned down from their typical like attitude in the party games. You beat them all, and it was probably the best game experience you ever had. Oh, that's nice. It's also good to see a Mario RPG series that's still alive and isn't dead as well. Had some good bosses too. I especially loved how there was a boss in that game that was basically a reference to the Great Mighty Boo. I swear, one of the bosses straight up gave me a vibe of that boss for some reason. Let's see. Down there. Need those. What the hell? I'm confused what they even did, but let's head back to camp because I need some materials. Only good Mario games, Galaxy 1 and 2. Never played Galaxy 2, but I thought Galaxy 1 was okay. It felt too gimmicky, and I didn't really care about the linearness. Or Odyssey. I don't know. I felt Odyssey was okay. At times a bit overrated. I don't know. I don't know. Just I felt like it was too open. Um, a lot of the kingdoms didn't feel that memorable, aside from New Donk City. The boss fights were good at least. They were like the only like more memorable parts of a lot of the kingdoms compared to like the actual levels themselves. And the Cappy ability just felt like Crash of the Titans, but a bit more restricted in some cases. But as I always say, to each of their own. Now, both Mario games kind of suck. Yeah. uh, yeah. I mean, then again, I've always been more of a Donkey Kong or Metroid person, as far as like the Nintendo platformers go. Uh, as I always say, different strokes for different folks. I never liked Galaxy 2 though. I always hear it's good. Though I always hear from other people it's more like DLC. Oh yeah, another thing like from Odyssey was like actually good, but it's like the movement, but that's about it. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like that great of a game, but different strokes, different folks. You don't know Odyssey speedrun tech? I mean, I'm not really a speedrunner, so although at one point I tried speedrunning CTR, but then it's like I don't know, it wasn't really that fun. And then it's like if you do speedrun, it doesn't feel like you're like you could play the game the same way you did years ago. Let's see. Whatever platformers you like, Rick, by chance? Because I know you obviously like the Sanics, and of course the Cash Banukas. Into any of the Rayman games? Please tell me I have a trap. Okay, I'm gonna run real quick back to there so I can get the trap. Hey, what up, Yoshi? How's it going? Hope your night's going well. I hope you're doing okay, because I heard you guys are having some wild weather. Well, at least where Liam is, so I hope where you are, you're doing okay. Rayman is your childhood, and if anybody disses Rayman, you will hunt them down. Says as you only play Origins and Legends. I mean, Origins and Legends are good games, so. And plus, I could never diss Rayman. He was my childhood as well. I play a lot of the majority of the Rayman games. My first one was Rayman 2, then I played the first one. I instantly regretted that, just because like how painful the level design is in that game. Although there is a fan remaster on PC that fixed a lot of the issues with the original. Let's see what else. I played Rayman 3. It's hard to say. I think that's my favorite between 3 and 2. I've also played the on-foot racing game, Rayman Arena, for the GameCube, and of course Legends, and, well, Origins, then Legends. I think it's like the only Rayman games out there. Well, there's the mobile games, but I don't count them. Weather's good here, but a bit worried about Liam. Hope he is safe. I hope so too. He was here just earlier. He must have went to bed, or maybe his power shut off. Here is a monster that represents bombers. Basically a bombing airship. That's what we call it. Oh, I just wasted those bombs for nothing. If I don't respond, just focus out this, and I'll catch the shot and yes, the bits. Taking down the Bazel. Weather was fun talking to you yesterday, and a bit weird. It was really fun talking to you as well. Whoa! I forget those bombs are freaking thing. Tactical nuke. Taco Bell, pretty much. Pretty much. Lol. Hey Yoshi, have you ever played Mario Plus Rabbids by chance? Because me and Rick were just talking about that game. It's probably like, outside of Paper Mario and Mario Party, it's like the only Mario games that actually interest me. But I love Mario Plus Rabbids. I was a bit skeptical at first when I heard news rumors about it. Because like you're putting Mario and the Rabbids together. It sounds like a awful combination. More so because of the Rabbids. But it turned out to be a pretty good game. I really liked the DLC as well. If there's an RPG on the Switch besides Monster Hunter Stories 2, that I can always recommend, I definitely recommend the first Mario Plus Rabbids. Highly recommended. Such a good first experience for somebody that maybe wants to get into tactical RPGs. It's done very well. The only sad part, I wish you could play as Donkey Kong and the Cranky Rabbit in the base game. For some reason, you can't play as them in the regular game after you beat the DLC. But I am looking forward to the sequel. That is going to be a day one stream. You haven't played what's fun? Oh yeah, it definitely is very fun. Is the best character in the game, and always upgrade him before anyone else involved. And the fact he can dab too. The fact Luigi can also dab too. That's why he's the best character. Okay, so I can tell a little difference between regular Bazel and this Bazel. Went from a bomber to a freaking nuke. Yeah, watch the roast about Mario-san that it's just catchy. It's the same people that did that song about Sonic, where they made fun of him, where Sonic would eat poop. And then they had a little thing about Knuckles' species that I wish I never knew about. No, 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 no. Oh. Thankfully, we're doing the expedition, so normally if you die 3 times, that's when the quest ends. Put this there. Let's restock. Alright. Let's eat some food. Nick was sent to the Taco Bell realm. Pretty much. We're in the Taco Bell realm. Wait, where am I going? What are the weapons? Let's see. What do I got? Equipment. Let's see. We got the great sword. We got the long sword, the sword and shield, dual blades, hammer, hunting horn, which is basically a support weapon. We got a lance, gun lance, switch axe, one of my personal favorites. Charge blade, what we're currently using, also one of my personal favorites as well. Kinsect glaive. We also got the low bowgun and heavy bowgun. Oh wait, light bowgun and heavy bowgun. Then we also have bow and arrow. I also have other versions of them as well. So, which weapon do you want? Great sword, long sword, sword and shield, dual blades, hammer, hunting horn, lance, gun lance, switch axe, charred blade, kinsect glaive, light bowgun, heavy bowgun, and you got the bow and arrow. The bagpipe? Okay, we'll go with the hunting horn. Should be interesting because I barely touch in mainline Monster Hunter. What Paper Mario have I played? I played the first two. I've never played Super Paper Mario because I thought, oh, it looks like a platformer. Like, okay. I've never played Sticker Star. When I watched gameplay of it, I thought it looked a bit boring. I played Color Splash and... never again. I never played Origami King, and judging by what I saw a friend play of it, I I dodged a bullet. So basically just the first two and Color Splash. Never finished Color Splash either. Because I got lost by even what I was doing in that game. It's not like the comedy was the writing was the like only good thing about that game. Well, Nick, it's been fun, but you're gonna head out. Might come back if you're still streaming. Well, alright, Rick, thanks for tuning. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. I'm definitely gonna be streaming for a while, because I want to get through more of the main story since I took 2 days off.
Hunting horn is a close-range support weapon that plays status buffing melodies. Buff yourself and the team to gain the upper hand.
Paper Mario is really good. It had some great villain story. So I've heard, the story is like the best aspect of that game. Because it might be a platform, but from what I hear, it still has like the charm of the first two games. I just wish I had partners that were not like the way they look. I wish it was more like the first two games where it was still like members from the Mushroom Kingdom, but they had a bit more personality. I guess is like the best way to describe it. Frickin' Bazel runs away, I swear. It runs away when I'm just trying to learn the hunting horn, too. This is not gonna end well. Mario went to pretty much hell. Really? That game is hell? Huh. I never expect that from a Mario game to have like hell in it. It's called underwear. When the boss isn't wearing underpants, I will be disappointed, Kappa. Oh wait, wrong one. Wrong one. Cold drink, there we go. This is why the Raptor does not play hunting in mainline Monster Hunter. This is why he plays it in Monster Hunter Stories 2. Because it actually feels fun to play. But I will keep going at it because I do keep the request going. I'm a dinosaur of my... It feels more fun compared to the hammer. And some of the NPCs are called D-men. Oh, I get it, because they don't want to say the word demon, but they use, like, D then men. What's the difficulty like? That game. Oh wait, it's a Raffles. Let's see. Why can I just latch onto it? Gosh dang it. I should practice a Huntsnorn at some point. It does feel fun to use in Rise. You would say at World 4, it gets harder for you at least? Okay. I'll try it on Dolphin during the week. Weekend, I should say. That thing going up against the Bazel, the board thing. Speaking of Paper Mario, have you ever heard a game called Bug Fables? Yoshi? Because if you like the first two Paper Marios, you might like Bug Fables. It's pretty good from what I've played. It's basically Paper Mario, but with bugs. It has a hard mode, too. With, like, yeah, heard of it? Oh, that's cool. It has, like, a hard mode for it as well. That's, like, a little optional badge you can equip. Let's see. Okay, let's go back to Charge Blade, because I feel like I'm starting to get salty with this monster. Gosh dang it. Oh hey, I go from actually having the controller, now I go back to mouse and keyboard.
Definitely large monster tracks.
Wait, did it actually walk away? Gosh dang it. I'm guessing Basil left. Oh well. Let's see. Return and accept assignment. Oh, I was doing good too. Damn it. At least I know what to expect from this Bazel. At times I'm kind of liking the subspecies more than the regular versions of the monster in this game. Which is rare, because I usually like the regular version of the monster. Although I do really like Crimson Valstrax and Rise. I've yet to face the regular version of Valstrax though, since it's in Generations Ultimate. I've not got far in that one.
Half past time for a new quest, eh?
Oh my god, it's doing the it's doing the A thing. Joe with the trolley, eh? Second coming. Oh my. Oh my. Hopefully this time there'll be people that actually join the quest. What else to oven roast? Let's oven roast that, and let's pay with money. Greatly extends the invulnerability, yeah. Often decreases damage taken. Let's go with Chef's Choice. Alright. Oh, someone actually joined. Okay. Trank bombs. No, it's not the people I want to go to.
All right, let's give it all we got.
Let's see. Pouch. Do they have any bombs I could? No, no. Damn it, they don't. All right. All right. Depart. Ow. Should be a nice year next year for games.
You overachieving A-listers are gonna put me out of a job.
I'm still holding out for the possibility of a new Donkey Kong game. The moment they announce it, I will buy it, pre-order that game in a heartbeat. That's easily like one of my most anticipated games, along with whenever they do a Spyro 4. Let's see, where's the monster? I gotta ask Dingo Crash later, or someone. How the heck do you get to ride monsters like that? I'm always curious because I always see people do them, unable to do that. I'm guessing they took inspiration from Monster Hunter stories when it comes to stuff like that. When is Dingodile gonna show up? He's gonna show up in a bit. I'm just looking around for him, and we're gonna make him break out the butter and make toast. Oh, wait, Taco Bell. Okay, we haven't gotten to the part where it's actually going to the explosives. He's the final boss. Oh, he's the final boss in this? Huh? Capcom must have finally did a collab with Activision. Oh shoot! I didn't see that she needed the heals. Oh, there we go. So, there we go. Oh, I missed. Damn it. Oh shoot, has a few of those explosives. Got a feeling you're not at the bay anymore? Oh yeah, for sure, Dingo's definitely gonna feel like he's not on the bay anymore. On the bright side, he has a new location he can sell stuff at for Dingo's Diner. Oh, I couldn't use the freaking. Oh no, Devil Joe! Oh, this is bad. I mean, it's my favorite monster, but wait, that's not normal Devil Joe. Oh fuck, it's Savage! Run! We got a Savage Pickle running. This ain't good. Ah! Hey, Devil Joe! Bum! Bum! And this is where we start to run for it. Oh, who's gonna win? Bazel or Devil Joe? Run! Run! Chow! Run for it! I mean, it'd be nice to face you, Devil Joe, but this ain't the time or the place. Oh, we're also gonna get some Savage Devil Joe stuff. Cool. Whoa, it's like it's some moves that Devil Joe uses now. Cool. Oh, but that'd be cool. Devil Joe's my favorite monster from Monster Hunter. I mean, he's a giant T-Rex, and he looks like a pickle. He's also my favorite monster, Monster Hunter stories. Especially his kinship skill. It was such a pretty neat idea. I just wish with Story 2 had like the voice acting when Naviru runs away. That would have been perfect.
Nice work. Now let's head
I think I'm gonna go
don't keep me
now. Have a
waiting.
good stream. Alright, Yoshi. Thank you for tuning. I hope you get some good night's rest, and I'll talk to you later, my friend. Oh, we're definitely gonna have a good stream now we took care of Bazel. Ooh, I'm actually finished the main story tonight. Which should be good, because I can get that way before next week when we start Monster Tamer Month. I'll be playing nothing but monster taming RPGs. And Monster Rancher 1 and 2 Deluxe. It's gonna be pretty fun. I got like 4 notifications. The hell's going on? Rick with the new tabs. Who else added me? Oh, Radio. Hope he's doing well. Ooh, what 10 gem do we get from this? Soldier Jewel +4. Decoration that enhances the bleeding resistance. Ah, this could be useful for... Wow, that could have been useful for literally this week. When I was grinding for a weapon. That would have been very useful. Wow. There's only like one monster I know that has the bleeding effect too. Mm.
Everyone here? Perfect. I've got some great news. We found some Nergigante traces.
Great.
That's great news?
You heard me. Wherever that puppy shows up, it means it's on the hunt for something big. Now we just need to figure out what that something big is.
Not only that, but thanks to the Fifth Fleet, we've also found traces of other Elder Dragons in each region. And quite a healthy assortment of Elder Dragons at that.
Things are really starting to heat up, huh? How's the investigation into the seismic actions going?
Swimmingly. We've been able to pinpoint locations here in the hinterlands as well as in the New World.
We've also been splitting up to search for spots where the song is audible. We should be able to report our findings soon.
Great. Keep it up and we'll be able to track down the old Everworm in no time.
Speaking of which, I have a request of the Fifth. If I'm not mistaken, we may be able to learn something about the old Everworm from the recently awoken Elder Dragons. At this stage, information is key. I'd like to request a formal investigation into these Elder Dragons.
Chief, what do you think?
Elder Dragons have always been closely tied to all kinds of natural phenomena. We'd be fools not to investigate them.
Great! We'll get started right away.
But wait. What about me?
Just, do what you always do.
Ha ha! I'm on it!
Okay, let's get to it.
The Elder Dragons have awoken and begin to stir. Investigate them by taking on Master Rank optional quests and expeditions. When investigating the Elder Dragon, a progress gauge will be displayed under your objectives, and on the results screen you can fill the gauge by slaying Elder Dragons in optional quests and expeditions. The progress gauge can also be filled by gathering the question mark traces that can be found in each locale. The following Elder Dragons do not count towards progress. Zoromandaros, basically giant Godzilla, Xeno, Koltarf, and Behemoth. Okay.
Something's going on with the Elder Dragons, Pard. Let's head out on an expedition or optional quest to check it out.
Sure. Alright. Where do we go? Savage Devil Joe. I do want to go there, though. Let's go to Coral Highlands. But first, let's get some, eat some food, just in case. Alright, rations. Oh, let's eat a meal. Coral Highlands. Alright, let's go. SOS flares in request. You can access the menu to send an SOS flare.
trust you're doing well. Goodbye.
Okay. Alright, let's find some trails.
We don't have any record of tracks like these. Try to collect as many as you can.
Oh, Coral Pukey Pukey. See if there's anything around here that's like the mysterious footprints. Army's like, I want to look around, but at the same time I want to
These
fight
tracks
Coral
will
Pukey
help with our
Pukey.
Elder Dragon investigation.
Let's go find Coral Pukey Pukey. We can always look around for the tracks while we're hunting it, too. If I knew I was gonna hunt it, I should have brought my charge blade that has ice element. Since that would be the quickest way to kill Coral Pukey Pukey. Oh hey, there's Coral Pukey Pukey right now. Holy crap, it's Kieran! Oh, I haven't seen Kieran in a while. It's a Kieran. It's a Kieran. No! Nope. No! Why did not? Why it's a Kieran? Run! Go after the pukey pukey! The Kieran doesn't feel like it's gonna attack us. I'm kind of close to it. Huh. Interesting. I figured it would attack us by now. Unless Kieran's one of those monsters that don't attack you if you attack, unless you attack it. I feel like that's what this is. Alright, Kieran. I was wondering like how come my hits always bounce off of Kieran whenever I was trying to land a hit. I mean it's electrified, maybe that's why. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to hunt monsters and actually look around. Okay, Kieran, I'm not gonna hunt you anymore. I'm just gonna go look around for footprints. Dun pod, dun pod, dun pod. Got some done. Ah, he's running off. Okay. There are more of those footprints I've been looking for. Oh, okay, I didn't mean to go over here then. There's Coral Puki Puki. Oh, must be a tempered monster. Oh, Pingraphilos. There we go. Let's see. Where are the rest of these footprints at? Because if they're not around here, I imagine the rest of them are located around back where we were. Yeah, it's looked like it's more about where we were before when looking for the threats. Let's see, nothing up here but herbs. See, that's a tempered monster. Let's go around here. Alright, let's look around here. See if we find anything. No, don't go down there. Go around here. Up we go. Nah, don't follow the Pukey Pukey anymore. Because that's what it's just gonna do the entire time. Let's go here. See where we are in terms of tracks.
Yeah. Let me think.
Return from expedition. See where we are when it comes to actually getting this. Because we are getting quite a bit of tracks.
Welcome back.
A 4th Fleet Hunter headed out to the Ancient Forest based on the research team's analysis, and bingo. Spotted Val how's
This ain't good.
Zach. It's odd seeing an Elder Dragon so adapted to the Rotten Vale in the forest, and that's not even the weirdest part. Apparently, it's even more noxious than any Val Hazak we've studied before. Black Veil Val Hazak. The scholar seems to be calling
Keep it together, okay?
I put out a quest so our best hunters. Be careful out there.
Black Veil Val Hazak. Even the
Hazak.
name sounds dangerous.
Let's see. Signed. Voucher. Let's see. Honey. Go. Bum bum bum. let's see. Shock trap. Wait, why do we have... let's put those there. Yeah, I still think we had... I believe we still have to eat oven roast. There we go. Delicious. Get some beef stew, some lasagna, some cheese and bread. Wash it down when I get a drink. The little Palico gets a little thing of beef stew as well.
Oh, that reminds me. Take care out there.
Let's see if the Palico gets anything new. Let's see. There's the Kieran set. Alright, so we're ready to go. Good. Ow! Let's see, you gotta be careful with the monster because it can straight up bacteria.
Nothing can stop us.
Duck trap, get the ancient potion if we need it. It's already tracking down the monster. Huh. I wonder where it could be. There we go, because I was not in the mood to fight those things. I would want to be different about it. But being a subspecies. Bazel definitely had like some differences to him. Alright, let's see how different you are from your regular version. Where's Millberry? Nutrients. Yeah, there we go. That. And let's also do the Nullberry. What else? What else? Do the delivery. Deliver me some health. There we go. Let's go with the Mega Potion. I remember this was it's gonna be more of an annoying fight. Oh, the free meal thing, that's why. I didn't think that would apply to these as well. I thought it applied to like actual meals. Ah, damn. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Oh, I didn't think it could do that. Oh crap. What just happened? Ah, that was interesting. Oh, I can't. Yep. Okay. Ancient potion. Definitely a more tougher and annoying variation of a monster I like, but I'm liking its original a bit more, because that is just annoying. I wish it would go into the poison already. There we go. Oh, that's like poison as well. Damn it. Damn it. No berry, no berry, no berry now. Get the no berry. Ooh! Alright. Come on. Come on. Damn it. Come on. Ram into the fucking wall already. Go. At least I know what those drops do. I know to just get away from them. Go. Go! Damn it. berry, no berry, no berry. Does next. Face and then down to the ground. Sharpen the blade now. Ooh, surround no berries. That's not a good thing. Well, just means we gotta be more careful now. Okay, I thought it was hallucinating when I saw like more than one trap. Why the heck? Oh, because it's an Elder Dragon? That why? Why is it not working on that thing? Oh, I wanted Mega Potion. Sharpening's fine though. Because we're probably gonna need it anyway. Okay, I have one more continue. I think I was gonna run into a monster that's gonna be like before, like Brat. Alright, let's see. Got null berries. I don't have much though. That kind of concerns me. Let's see. Let's go down. Let's go right around here. Alright, where's the dragon? There you are! There we go, finally. Oh, stay away! Remember, stay away from the ground near there. So we gotta lure it away from there somehow. No! Ah, damn it. Ah. I was trying to get to it in time by grabbing that so I could heal and then have the null berry. Ah, damn it. This is an annoying fight. But, still better than anything Poke Trash can come up with. I haven't heard the Gen 4 remake is
Black Veil
trash.
Val Hazak. Even the name sounds
There's
dangerous.
like the Sonic YouTuber who said, oh, it's a disappointment. Well, let's see, it's Pokemon, and two, well, game for influence with it. Of course it was gonna be disappointment and shite. I mean, then again, it's Pokemon. Worst RPG series ever. It's like 2021 has been like a year that's been bad for remakes. Oh. I mean, then again, you can't really expect Pokemon to be good, because Pokemon, like it or not, will always be shite. I like those people that got that remake. Got Monster Stories 2, got Shin Megami Tensei 5, Monster Rancher. Shin Megami Tensei 5, a series that Nintendo fans would probably never go near because it's too challenging. Nintendo fans don't like challenge, they like basic, easy baby games. That's the majority of Nintendo fandom. Piss easy, casual games. But alas, unless it's Donkey Kong, Metroid, or Pikmin, Nintendo really doesn't interest me that much. I mean, Splatoon's one of my favorites. I mean, even then, I'm not going my way to get Splatoon 3. I'm more likely gonna wait to pick that up. Because one, I don't want to pay for Nintendo Online. And two, it's pretty much gonna be the same. Whenever they do, Splatfest, people are gonna go for the waifu material character. You know, those look cool, but nah, I didn't like the Splatfest. A lot of the themes were lame. I mean, the third stage they did, had some pretty cool selections, but. And plus, I already feel like the adventure mode is gonna be just like Splatoon 1 and 2, which is gonna be a tutorial. It's not gonna be like Octo Expansion. It's gonna be piss easy. But Octo Expansion actually provided a challenge. It didn't feel like a glorified tutorial for the multiplayer mode. I'd say like most stuff from Nintendo next year, I'm looking for the most will probably be Bayonetta. It's like majority of the games I'm looking forward to. Butt cheeks just joined me on live session. You gotta love the game. It has a interesting player base. What was that Metroid Prime remaster? I'd buy that. Because unlike over an Italian plumber and that elf, Metroid Prime Trilogy remaster will be worth it. $60. Especially when it comes to a game like Metroid Prime 2. A game that's rare to get. Legally. It's easy to get if you're looking just to play off Dolphin. my favorite Metroid games. I mean, I prefer the 2D games over... Why is Tiger Lily look like a Fatalis? Unless that's part of the mod. It's the only thing I could think of. 'Cause yeah, I can't really think of anything else Nintendo's doing next year. Well, stuff I'm actually interested in. I can barely think of anything else besides Bayonetta 3. Mario plus Rabbids 2. That's about it. One Mario game I'm interested in, because personally, I don't give a fuck about Mario. Mario's like my least favorite, like, Nintendo IP. He's the mascot, but I don't give a single fuck. I'm not gonna be like Miller, be like, Nintendo needs more story-driven stuff. It's like, no, I don't want Nintendo to become that. Not every single big company should become Sony with their glorified cinematic story-driven stuff. Not everything should be story-driven. Every game has their purpose and caters to a different demographic. That game doesn't target your demographic. Oh well, go play something else. And some games are not made for everyone. Oh, hey, someone actually joined the quest. Cool. Okay, we're gonna breeze through this. Woo! Alright. Let's see. Heal up. Where is... yeah. Whetstone. Oh, I think they have a blasting weapon. Oh, that's cool. Okay, wow, they're getting to it quick. I don't know why I keep going for that. Nothing has worked when I'm trying to blind it. Ah, it's not usable yet. Ah, if I could get it. Go right into the wall. Nope. Let's see. Potion. Let's see. That has to be Raging Has to be raging gear, because it looks more like raging. Because it doesn't have that green color to it. Oh wait, Elder Dragon. Never mind. I forgot. You can't do it, Elder Dragons. Consume a few of those bigger potions now. Alright, get some honey. Oh, alright. Almost there. No, why don't I'm not gonna bother doing the trap because that's not gonna work. Damn it. That was my strategy at first, but then I realized, oh yeah, that's not gonna work because Elder Dragon. fine. We're fine. We're fine. Consume the Nullberry! No! Gosh dang it. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Ah, I was trying to not die at all in that fight. Gosh dang it. Okay. That's a life. I got it ready. No, damn it. Oh, we only have one continue then. Why does it point me in that direction? Ah. I should have the Nullberry out to begin with. Damn it. But it does the life ready to go if we need it. Well, now I'm gonna have a rash now because I need. I'm gonna consume before we go into a fight. We can have some stamina. Squirrel has joined the online session. Alright, ignore the name. It's from Poketrash. There we go. Killed.
Great work, partner.
Excellent. Our pain in the ass defeated. Beast shard. Do 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 do. Ah, I was gonna do a sticker. I swear, story says it's so much better when it comes like the menu. Got the tail. Got some jewel. Praise, and what we get? Dragon jewel. Ah, nice.
Great.
Hey, you're back. Great work out there. It's good to see you're safe. Well, we'll get our scholars on site with an escort straight away. This is going to be huge. The investigation into that zone and the actions progressing. Two, it's not a surprise, but the commission's incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, rest up. Once you're feeling ready, we'll get you back out in the field too. The Coral Highlands. I think that's where we're spread thinnest.
Let's go.
Head there and keep searching for an Elder Dragon tracks. Thanks, Hunter. No problem.
Looks like we'll be needing to investigate the Elder Dragons a bit deeper.
Oh, probably. Let's see. What time is it? 9:14. Let's see. First I want to check out the weapons, and then we'll probably call it there. Let's see.
Want something making?
Do we get any new charge blade from that monster? Or even the new Bazel? No, no, no. Brasidos, no. Oh wow, I really like the look of that weapon. That's why you do charge blade. So we haven't got the other monster to appear for that fully upgraded charge blade yet. Anything for Switch Axe? Okay, yeah, that's Bazel. Ooh, this looks pretty nice. Wait, which one was I was just looking at? Not Kieran. No. Oh, Velcana. Oh, that's a nice charge blade. Go, nothing new. Oh wow. But yeah, that was like we're gonna call there for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, but I want to get up a little bit earlier. Usually 12, so around that time. So I can get through more of the